News tonight, the second edition. Let's start with a look at the top stories.
Brought to you by
Greenergy ethanol stores and fuel. Enjoy cleaner, healthier and affordable cooking. Cook your food in less than 2,000 shillings per day. No charcoal. Stop deforestation. We are looking for agents across Uganda. Greenergy, Bible Corner.
Increase in crime during the festive season. Uganda Airlines plans to extend international flights starting 2025. Former U.S. President Jimmy Carter dies at the age of 100. You'll be seeing news tonight. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. Elizabeth Nakakuni joins us for sign language interpretation. President Yoweri Museveni has today received a special message from His Excellency Mohamed Al-Menfi, the President of the Presidential Council of Libya. The message was delivered by Dr. Khalid Kaim, the senior political advisor to the Libyan President, during a meeting at President Museveni's country home in Rakitura. The discussions between President Museveni and Dr. Kaim also focused on strengthening bilateral cooperation in key areas such as trade, investment, and other mutual interests aimed at fostering relations between Uganda and Libya. Uganda Airlines is embarking on an ambitious agenda for 2025, prioritizing safety enhancement, international expansion, and improved passenger experience. The airline's chief executive, Bamuturaki Jennifer, told UBC about the outlining key goals, emphasizing the pursuit of IATA safety audit accreditation. We have details to this.
The year 2025 will be significant of growth for Uganda Airlines, with plans to expand international reach, enhance safety standards, and look into domestic connectivity. The airline is currently undergoing an International Air Transport Association safety audit, a crucial step towards IOSA certification. This assessment will scrutinize the airline's operations across various facets from flight dispatch and aircraft maintenance to cargo handling and ground operations.
We move to a level where the airline now has strategic partnerships, is able to enter strategic partnerships that will be good for your guests and for the country as well. Because when you're an IATA airline, a lot changes. So we're doing a lot in-house. We're doing our analyses, our gap analyses, our mock audits to make sure that we align all our processes to IATA standards.
A major highlight of the year will be the highly anticipated launch of flights to London.
We're looking to launch one of our big routes, London. But before we do that, we're augmenting our fleet. Once we augment our fleet and add some more aircraft, we're looking at launching London. We're all waiting for that. We've done our audits in that area with the regulator, and we're just about ready to announce in this 2025 when we should be launching London.
This year, the airline faced many operational challenges which resulted into flight delays. Bamuturaki says in the new year, their major focus will be on improving operational efficiency.
And the airline is working around the clock to normalize our operations. We are back to our 4 CRJ operation after the last mandatory check happened with our CRJ, and the aircraft that has been under maintenance is back in service.
Recognizing the vital role of the agriculture sector, Uganda Airlines will also expand its cargo capacity. This will involve both utilizing belly hold space on passenger flights and exploring dedicated cargo solutions to facilitate the export of agricultural products.
Of course, we are exporting all across the networks, but Dubai takes most of the products that we move out of Uganda. By nature, we move mostly products of plant and animal origin, agricultural products, And the market for these, which is basically food stuff, you're talking fish, flowers, fruits and vegetables, items of that nature. Then of course you have general cargo in lower quantities. We mostly move this to the Middle East, and on our air buses we move about 20 tons per flight to Dubai. The CRJs give us about 500 to a ton capacity, and that's across the region.
Domestically, the airline is conducting feasibility studies to explore the potential for domestic flights within Uganda.
2025 is when we will be able to understand what is in store for Uganda Airlines and this country in terms of domestic flights. I think behind every person traveling up country is how to shorten the journey time. And that's what we are also looking at.
Uganda Airlines operates a fleet of 7, including 4 CRJ-900 Mitsubishi aircraft and 2 Airbus A330s, plus 1 recently leased A320 aircraft. The airline has also been cleared by government to lease more aircraft to bridge the fleet gaps. Samuel Senono, UBC News.
The Uganda police has given an account of Christmas policing across the country, where 91 major incidents were recorded, with which claimed 55 lives and 16 suspects arrested. Rusoke Kituma, the police spokesperson, has revealed as the general security across the country was relatively calm.
At least 55 people died, according to the police crime report, during the Christmas festivities. The countrywide policing between the 24th to the 26th of December 2024, police registered 91 reportable cases and 16 suspects arrested.
12 were a result of assaults, and these assaults occasioning death. 3 were hacked to death, 2 drowned to death, 2 were lynched, still to death. 7 were hit using blunt objects. 6 were stabbed to death. 5 committed suicide. 2 were strangled to death.
The crime report of this year indicates a drop in crime rate compared to that of 2023 by 13%.
That period I've mentioned, we registered 91 incidents or reportable offenses compared to 110 last year, 2023, reflecting a reduction in the incidents registered by 19.
The public increased vigilance and improved community policing are attributes of the reducing crime rate. Meanwhile, police have called upon the public to support the search of Police Constable Charles Bahati, who is on the run. Bahati is attached to the Counter-Terrorism Police Department and is accused of shooting and killing Semwanga Julius along Oseziwa Road in Nakasero last week.
Because we know he's hiding within communities, so that people have a lookout there and have him apprehended. But we are also on the hunt, and we know and we believe that at some point we shall bring him to account for his actions.
A portrait of Bahati has been released to the public to support the search.
This is the person.
In Kampala Metropolitan, police arrested 2 suspects for forging sale receipts of Chinatown shop store. These were found with stolen items and more 2 still on the run.
Decided to forge receipts and also steal items, rather 4 pieces of black sofa set, 2 black Hisense fridges, 2 washing machines, 1 Samsung TV 75 inches, 1 Hisense TV, that is an Wamanya Dickens, Muzahura Bruce David, Mpanga Brian, Rehema, and also Nyanzi Muhammad.
The public's urge to heighten vigilance in preparation for the ushering in of the new year 2025. Abdunasir Lubwama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Still, the police has their Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety will make route charts and driver badges mandatory to all passenger service vehicles, as it is the case with buses. While giving the traffic report for the Christmas season, Traffic Police spokesperson Michael Kanan recommended maximum discipline exhibited by bus drivers.
The Police Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety has revealed intentions to engage with other traffic stakeholders to make driver badges and route charts mandatory to all passenger service vehicles.
Because we have seen that most people cause these crashes due to fatigue. When they drive and they get tired due to driving long distances, most of the drivers end up causing crashes on the roads. So by introducing these among minibuses, we minimize or we reduce those that make return journeys.
Based on the evaluation of these items in the bus fraternity, police says it will improve discipline on the road.
The process we go through to vet these people to get these, to qualify for these badges, it is a very, very effective way. That for those that have been reckless on roads, I've always told you that most of the drivers are being monitored by our cameras. So those that have bad records on the roads, they are fond of speeding, they are fond of causing crashes, those people have not qualified to get these badges.
The traffic report of the Christmas season has not registered major incidents unless some isolated cases. The traffic police visibility on major roads contributed to the positive report.
We recorded a relatively low number of road crashes, and most incidents involved motorcyclists operating in up-country areas. Those that involved vehicles were attributed to following two clauses.
During traffic operations, 236 drivers were arrested, where 78 had no driving licenses, 110 speeding, 16 were drunk, while 32 for reckless driving.
The joint efforts of the police and the Ministry of Works and Transport have paid off, resulting in fewer road crashes during the season.
The Directorate is yet to provide the whole traffic report for the festive season. However, the notable accident that happened in Jinja and claimed 2 lives of the Budaka, Deputy RDC Hajat Nusula Nabula and the driver, Komagum Rogers and Abdul Nasir Luwama for UBC.
Still with the police, they have listed 7 companies to blast fireworks on the eve of the new year, and the companies will be supported by police counter-terrorism teams while displaying the fireworks in over 2,900 places that applied.
Police listed fireworks blasters include Goshen Africa, Skies Flames, Light Africa, among others. These will conduct fireworks displays in over 2,900 places that applied for permission.
These are licensed persons who are allowed, because you cannot wake up from your bed on a Monday, on a good day, and you just blast fireworks. No, there must be a professional handler, and these are the ones. So anybody other than these I have mentioned, report him to the nearest police station.
All who have applied for fireworks displays on the eve of the new year are required to inform the community. They have to advertise with the local radio and TV stations and publish in the newspapers on front pages.
You have to advertise the fireworks display in both electronic and print media, especially the local radio stations and newspapers before the display. Advertisement in newspapers must be on page 1, 2, 3, and 4 only, and must be conspicuously and large enough. Conspicuous and large enough.
Fireworks blasters must be escorted by a counter-terrorist police officer, and displays are limited to 5 minutes only.
We have had people who blast for several minutes. Then the counter-terrorism police, our police personnel, will escort the fireworks materials at all times and supervise the display together with the area DPC to ensure security for fireworks and appropriate measures to protect the public from any possible dangers that may arise during the display.
Territorial police commanders are instructed to inspect the observance of the standard operating procedures in displaying fireworks. DPCs have powers to cancel permission.
Officials from counterterrorism and the DPC must carry out prior inspection of venues. Then we also said that the DPC reserves the power to stop the display if he is not satisfied with the adherence to these guidelines. Failure to comply will lead to immediate termination during the display, including any other action that may be deemed necessary.
Enforcement are tasked to respond to tire bannings since are prohibited. Abdul Nasir Lubwama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Been advised not to panic as the first phase of maintenance works on the Kampala Northern Bypass, which starts from between Kisasi and Busega interchanges. UNRA former spokesperson Alan Sempewa says that the 21-kilometer maintenance works by the Ministry of Works and Transport, Uganda Police Force and Sterling Civil Engineering Limited will last for 6 months.
Alan Sempewa urges all road users to exercise maximum caution and adhere to the traffic and safety measures in place to minimize travel inconvenience.
A stitch in time saves 9. So rather to handle it now while it's still a small problem than when it generates into a bigger problem. And I think this is what we all want. The relief we have now as road users is we are going to be attending to these identified bottleneck sections on the Kampala Northern Bypass. This exercise had actually commenced way earlier on, but was interrupted briefly. The public should also know that the Northern Bypass isn't being closed, because I have seen divergent information going around on TikTok with people recording videos saying we are closing the Northern Bypass and people should brace for travel difficulties and stress. I'm here to assure you that we shall only be closing section per section. Where we have works, we shall close and allow works to move, but traffic shall still be able to flow within those work sections.
Motorists are advised to plan their journeys or use alternative roads off the Northern Bypass.
So the contractor is back on the road, and what you see right now is mobilization with equipment and putting in place diversions to aid or ease traffic flow at the sections where we shall be working. Meaning traffic will be diverted within the work sections. We do not want people to use other alternatives, but unless it's up to your convenience.
Meanwhile, traffic lights have been erected at the Kampala flyover, Queensway Junction.
So this exercise is ongoing. Also to tell you is that the traffic lights have already been installed. The beautification is ongoing. And now what was pending was the traffic signals, because you know and appreciate the chaos that we used to have, or we've been having in that area. So installation is ongoing around the underpass at Zambia Gaba Road, at Zambia around towards the hospital, and at the traffic at the main flyover area and former ShopRite area. Installation is now ongoing of these traffic signals. For motorcyclists, you are not permitted to use the following sections of the Kampala flyover. The flyover itself, that bridge component of the project, and the underpass. Why? Because these are high-speed zones, and should you use the underpass or the Kampala flyover bridge, you'll be exposing yourself to risks and potential accidents.
The Kampala Northern Bypass, which forms a semicircle across the northern suburbs of Kampala, Uganda's capital, was constructed to relieve traffic congestion within the city center, allowing cross-country traffic to pass by the city's busy area. Brian Tumwinebia Ruhanga, UBC News.
Now, the leader of the born-again faith, Dr. Joseph Serwada, has called upon citizens to strive for peace and unity as we head for the year 2025. He was addressing the media during New Year's celebrations.
As the preparations for the 2024 Passover Festival in Ndeba are underway, Dr. Joseph Serwada is alarmed by all the current hurtful activities going on in our society and calls upon citizens to strive for peace and live in harmony.
Every day that passes by, we hear of stories of injustice, unfairness, stealing, cheating, and all sorts of evil in society. This society now is void of compassion and is full of disregard for other fellow Ugandans. We need change. We need change in the very essence of the word, and if it doesn't come now, whenever it comes, it will be too late. Now, for us, we will be holding the Passover festival at the Kabaka's Lake, which is like 100 years from our barriers here in Ndeba.
Dr. Joseph Serwada, the leader of the born-again faith, told the media that the shift in venue of the Passover from Nambole to Spire Zone in Ndeba follows a breach of their 5-year contract by Nambole.
Having made preparations to be at the Mandela National Stadium, where we hold a 5-year contract, and which the owners of the stadium have decided to breach. They gave us very short notice. We only learned from the askaris outside the gates of the stadium that we had no access.
The management of Nambole Stadium, through Jamil Sewanyana, declined to comment on these allegations. However, Pastor Serwada was confident the new location was better for the faithful.
We'll be here tomorrow the whole day and the whole night. We thank God that we have 4.5 acres to occupy here, and we are doing everything possible to make this place habitable. You are all invited.
This year's Passover Festival will be held at Spire Zone in Ndeba, just next to the Kabaka's Lake, and will be the 23rd edition of this festival. Gates will open at 8 a.m. on 31st December 2024.
Yes, just a point of correction. Dr. Serwada was addressing the media ahead of New Year's celebrations. Now, a Nigerian gospel singer, praise and worship leader, Joe Praise, is in Uganda for New Year's and end of year ministering and celebrations.
Believers and followers of Holy City Church located at Bwerenga Kauku along Entebbe Road in Wakiso district have started preparations for the 31st and New Year's Eve celebrations. Led by Holy City Church leadership, they have welcomed the pastor, also Nigerian songwriter Joe Praise, who will minister at the special prayer and provide music melodies for the day. Joe Praise told UBC at Entebbe International Airport's VIP waiting lounge that he would present a thrilling performance during the 31st December prayer service.
The powerful voice, you will hear all kinds of what the Spirit of God is going to do with us tomorrow. And we are ready, the team is here, we're ready, and it's going to be massive. You will see dimensions by the power of the Holy Spirit, you see dimensions of God that you never thought possible through a music minister. I believe that you guys have asked for something that I pray that you are able to receive, because my joy will be that you are able to receive all that God has blessed me with.
Known for his ministerial role, praise and worship, Joe Praise assured Ugandans the best.
I'm just doing my job. I'm just here doing what God has called me to do. I do not like to occupy that space as number one, because I know that when you say number one, it's pretty much like you're competing with other people. So I just want to, I'm thankful to God for the opportunity He's given us to do the things we're doing. We have a lot of other music ministers who are a blessing to this generation. Africa is the pride of the whole world right now because of what God is doing through our gospel music ministry. So I'm doing my job because we have been sent here for a purpose. I'm on an assignment. People ask me, how do you do what you do? I'm an errand boy, so I'm just okay doing my job.
Joe Praise is regarded one of the best gospel artists in Nigeria.
And forever, no matter what I face, I know I will prevail. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever.
The patron and founder of Holy City Church Bwerenga Kauku, Brother Ron Makabai, will host Joe Praise at his Bwerenga Best Church headquarters, and Joe Praise shares about their long-time friendship.
2 years ago, so we couldn't close in the invitation. I think they had a political transition in Uganda, so I think it was put on hold. So our relationship will be that we are cementing it now that I'm here in person. But I can see that he has an interest in bringing me. I mean, this is like 2 years running. They've been trying to get me to come. So, yeah, so we're cementing the relationship.
At the Holy City Church, Joe Praise had a cordial welcome from church members and well-wishers amidst chanting and dancing. Joe Praise's real name is Joseph Omo Ebodage, Head Joy Ministries. He is a Nigerian gospel singer, praise and worship leader, songwriter and music director. Amwaye Vanjuko and Mike Bakabulindi for UBC.
Phaneroo Ministries too is set to hold New Year's Passover night prayers, and all Christians are invited. This will be on the 31st to the 1st of January 2025.
We're going to have lots of fun. It's going to be praise and worship, thanking God for His goodness. For 2024, we're going to have a lot of gospel artists, even our own in Phaneroo. They'll be worshiping with us the whole night, giving thanks. So it's going to be a celebratory mood. And then, of course, at the peak of the hour, our man of God, Apostle Grace Lubega, shall come and pray with us as we thank God for what He has done in 2024 and look forward to 2025. And then we'll have prophetic insight and a word for what God is about to do for us in 2025. So it's a night to be here, night to be in the presence. We're finishing one cycle of 2024 of what God has done, and we're looking forward to a new cycle, 2025. And it's important to end and start a new cycle in the presence of God. For the Bible says where in the presence of God is fullness of joy and pleasures at His right hand. So we're excited. So I encourage people to come far and wide from wherever they are. We have people coming from different parts of the world just to be with us in the presence of God. Number one, the message to the believers is to pray, because the Bible says righteousness exalts a nation. So first, let us pray. Let us commit this matter to God and pray to God and ensure that we have peaceful elections, we have peaceful campaigns, that there's no bloodshed, that everything shall be fair. And we're ready. You can see chairs are set in the whole place. We have made sure that there's enough seating, and we have about 3 auditoriums set. We have the main auditorium, we have a lower overflow, and eventually, in case they increase, we'll have an overflow at the top. We have security around, police, counter-terrorism. We'll have vendors. Some of the streets shall be blocked to ensure that people come in freely.
You guys that are fetching water, divide yourselves into two. I'm going to let from the tank here, then from here to there. So that is easy.
We thank you so much for watching. Let's take a short break.
To be a winner, it requires that you exceed all the limits of mankind and womankind. But when you play with MTN Momo, winning is easy. Simply get your phone and use the Momo app or dial *165*3#, enter merchant code, enter amount, enter your Momo PIN and pay. Congratulations! Your stomach is full and now you stand a chance to win mobile money with MTN Momo.
Tuliku groundi, Plascon, paint and win. Yes, yeah, Plascon paint and win. The groundi. Chicho, buy paint worth 100K. Get a scratch card. SMS the code to 7197. Stand a chance to win instant airtime, 1 million shillings bully day there, or a share of a 3 million shillings jackpot each week. What do you want the brand new bodas, tuk-tuks, and so much more? Catch the paint and win action every Monday on Bukede One, NBS, and Sanyuka TV. Plascon, color your world.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. The Joint Security Forces in Busoga East Region have warned against lawbreakers during the celebration of the New Year 2025. While addressing the press, the RPC Busoga East Police SCP Norman Musinga warned against breaking the law in the guise of celebration of the New Year.
If you reach in a place and you don't see any element of checking people, don't risk your life to go there, because you will put your life at danger and the entire family. Most of these terrorism activities normally look or focus in the areas where people are not checked. It is a very good soft target for them. So why do you put people at risk? It's that excitement which you always see people selling fuel into small bottles. That's very, very dangerous. We get you alongside the road, we shall arrest you and detain you. You will not know how even the year has ended.
Just like I elaborated, we shall have the breakdown people on standby. We found your vehicle parked in an area that is not gazetted. We shall tow it to the police station. And you as the owner, get ready to cater for the costs of the breakdown.
Everybody in Busoga East, the duties of security are duties of patriotism. Therefore, we, the people of East Busoga, must have a love for our area, a love for our own properties, love for our own lives. For the security operatives in combat, in uniform, to ensure that we are safe, they work on information from us as wananchi.
Get away from burning, all kinds of burning. Let us get away from them. Let us get away from all actions which can spark fire, like the border have that habit of rolling the stand of the motorcycle on tarmac, causing sparks. Those who are selling fuel in 2 bottles, please, for the sake of our security.
President Museveni has been applauded for his enabling of the freedom of worship enjoyment in Uganda. The message is coming out as Ugandans prepare to celebrate and thank God for the new year.
God's Provision Ministries Mulago Kaleri Judith Sozi, in the New Year's message, has asked Ugandans to focus on God as the sole provider.
Even if you are suffering, it doesn't remove that love God has for you. You might be going through challenges, but God remains loving you in the very same way. The same way he loves a rich person is the same way he loves a poor one. The same way he loves a sick person is the same way he loves one who is not sick, who is healthy. So there is no discrimination.
The regional overseer, Kampala National Fellowship of Born-Again Pentecostal Churches of Uganda, Bishop Dr. Patrick Musoke, thanked President Museveni for releasing the 19 National Unity Platform prisoners.
Christmas season, we just want to thank our President, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, for the prisoners he has released. And we want to also appeal for more release of prisoners as a Christmas gift and New Year's gift to those families that are missing their loved ones.
Pastor Imelda Namutebi Kula of Liberty Worship Center International asked Ugandans to participate in the general elections, beginning with campaigns in 2025 to be focused by electing the leaders who matter to lead the country for better.
Katonda gwanaawa akalulu okwo era yajja okuwangula naye tubakubiriza abalonda balonde. Buli muntu ayagala okulonda alonde nga bw'awulira naye nga buli omu atunula mu maaso ani ajja omuyamba, ani agenda okuyimirirawo ku lulwe, ani agenda okuleeka osigale nga otaayaya n'obukuumi mu ngeri ey'enjawulo. Kati ekyo ky'oba okitunuulira nga bw'otyo bw'osazeewo bw'otyo bw'oba osalawo.
Pastor Patrick Mugambaje of Jerusalem Worship Ministries, Chisasi, praised President Museveni for being focused and established parish development model that has tried to eradicate poverty among Ugandans.
For the parish model, which is going on deep in our districts, the parish model is moving on well, and we want to thank the President to remember us and to remember the people who are behind there, to support them. Mr. President, we want to thank you for your support, and may God bless you abundantly.
As at the end of June 2024, an estimated 122.6 million people around the world had been forced to flee their homes. According to figures from the United Nations for Refugees, 43.7 million of them were refugees. Africa and Uganda in particular have been unfortunate to contribute to these statistics, which underscore the need for refugee-generating factors to be addressed. Henry Okrut has an observation here.
These are refugees from Sudan. They are not here because they want. They ran in search of a safe haven and ended up in Uganda. This is because Uganda's policy on refugees remains open door.
When I came here in Uganda, I missed the schools, I missed my friends, I miss my family. All these people, I miss it. I miss them too much.
But authorities do not want this Ugandan generosity to be taken for granted. They want warring parties back home to embrace peace.
Because of wrong politics, which has been tailored towards, because that is a politics of emptiness, because people don't see that the politics must address the needs of human beings other than the differences, addressing the differences between amongst people. And those are the reasons why internal problem refugees generated from internally.
This concern is in agreement with a position that women from Sudan recently took. This was during a conference in Nairobi, Kenya.
عاش نضال المرأة السودانية.
عاش نضال المرأة السودانية.
عاش نضال المرأة السودانية.
Crowned with IGAD Media Awards, they were concerned that women and children suffer more.
The conflict in Sudan has not received the necessary global attention. We call on regional and international actors to continuously advocate for meaningful action to secure lasting peace in Sudan. We also call for the immediate and unhindered delivery of humanitarian aid to those affected by the conflict, including food, medical supplies, and agricultural inputs.
In this dramatic expression, artists portray who plays what role and who gets affected more.
Look at me. a young, innocent refugee girl, left alone without family.
Those lucky to see another day end up in peaceful countries like Uganda. The evidence to this is the situation here at Kiriandongo refugee settlement in northwestern Uganda.
I don't speak English very well. I want to opportunity to job, but the first things they told me they should be learn English.
The recent visit to Ramwanja refugee settlement in Kamwenge district in western Uganda affirmed regional and global commitment towards addressing the plight of refugees. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Filippo Grandi, remains concerned that innocent blood continues to be shed.
Please, host communities, continue to be generous, to keep your door open for these poor people who are fleeing from Sudan, from Congo, terrible violence, and they really need protection and security. But then my message is to the international community, help Uganda respond to that in the good way that it is already doing.
The international community contribution towards keeping refugees is reducing because the number of refugees have increased globally. So he is in charge of the whole world. Refugees, the whole world is in charge of refugees. And these are in millions and millions. And the resources are remaining the same or even going down.
The International Conference of the Great Lakes region believes in prevention as opposed to reacting to conflict. In liaison with other regional entities, their main objective is to see prevalence of peace in all their member countries.
Yes, of course, we need to address the root causes of conflict. That include, for instance, the illicit trade in minerals, problems of hate speech, problems of misunderstanding, all these problems. We need to address the root causes, and also problems of lack of development in some areas of our region. We need to promote development, promote opportunities, of job opportunities for our youth. We need to address problems that our youth are having now.
In addressing this issue, we draw inspiration from the philosophy of our founding fathers, who established IGAD with the vision of the regional approach to peace, security, and development rooted to cooperation through multilateralism.
Uganda is currently home to over 1.7 million refugees, according to recent figures from the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. This calls for more financial support to cater for the welfare of those displaced.
I think the main challenge is the ability to help. How much can they do with what they have? So they are here. The presence itself helps, because protection work also starts from having time to listen.
Originating from more than 10 countries neighboring Uganda, these refugees are hosted in 11 districts and 13 settlements. Their wish is to have peace return to their countries so they can have what they describe as a return to actual life. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Winning requires the stamina of a lion. But most importantly, it requires that you carry that water up the top of the hill. However, you must use a spoon. Take the water now. Go, run, climb up the hill. 72 spoons. Faster, go, go. Winning is hard. But with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Uganda, the festive season is here. It's time to dream big for those holiday vibes. Play joyfully for perfect celebrations and win moments that bring happiness into the new year.
I'm a my brother.
I'm a too. Whether you're dreaming with your family, playing under the Ugandan sun, or celebrating with loved ones, let joy, love, and laughter guide you this festive season.
I'm almost home, Chacha.
Every ticket is your chance to make this holiday even brighter.
The gift, I promise you.
Stay safe, spread kindness, and let the spirit of play light up your holidays with magic and joy in 2025. Happy Holidays, Uganda, from Ituba, the proud operator of the Uganda National Lottery.
This is so much smoke. How you doing? My friends told me about an affordable solution. They're called Greenergy Biostove. Very clean and very safe. Let me call them right away.
Wow, can you believe these things are in just 45 minutes?
Greenergy ethanol stoves and fuel. Enjoy cleaner, healthier and affordable cooking. Cook your food in less than 2,000 shillings per day. No charcoal. Stop deforestation. We are looking for agents across Uganda. Greenergy, Bible Corner.
The Science Commissioner in charge of small-scale industries in the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovations, Professor Julius Nyanzi, has tasked youth to quit the year 2024 and enter 2025 and make money. Nyanzi was giving insight as 2024 gets to a close.
It's business, so it's high time we change our mentality if we are to move into the money economy. The problem is not poverty, the problem is ignorance.
So far, how do we move on? At independence on October 9, 1962, Uganda had three problems: poverty, ignorance, and disease. Poverty was tackled by introducing cooperatives. Ignorance was tackled by introducing education, and disease, hospitals. But poverty still remains a striking factor for government. The year 2024 is drawing to a close. Life will continue, but innovations remain a milestone. Renowned innovator and science commissioner in the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Julius Nyanzi, told UBC that youth must utilize their potential.
I can tell the youth, it begins with you. Begin small and grow big. There are many opportunities. For example, we at Prof by Research, we've been teaching many people and training them on how to begin with low capital income projects, income generating projects.
But one problem that nobody yearns for: locally made products.
We, the blacks, we tend to downgrade whatever a fellow black man or African raises. So, we've tried to come up with quite a lot of innovations. If I'm to count, there are about 1,000 industries, and it's so saddening that people coming from abroad, they are seizing these opportunities.
Fermentable, nata kolachi, nata kasasule namo mugattachi, wamu avunda.
Professor Nyanzi has trained Ugandans ever since 2019. To him, money grows on trees.
There are many opportunities, and I've always echoed one thing: money grows on trees. We shouldn't look beyond nature. The first step towards poverty eradication is to use your local available resources.
The intention of Prof by Research is to get Ugandans start sustainable businesses.
If you look at a project like making scrub, getting something like honey is all over this country, and sugar, just a tablespoon of sugar, you mix it with honey. That is the best natural scrub, which removes dead skin. That capital is around 15,000.
But the youth still worry Professor Nyanzi. They spend time on non-productive issues like gossip.
We've been training for the last 10 years. The beneficiaries have been the aged people. You don't see young people taking up this space. And once we don't take up this space, that means that we are going to create a big vacuum. Let us ask ourselves, are we using science to farm? Agriculture has become scientific. Let us change strategy and focus on our problems.
Prof by research is currently diagnosing a solution to failure in agriculture so that agriculture will become a pillar of Uganda's economy. Abiona Francisco, UBC News.
Uganda Liberal Teachers Union members are in a dilemma after the SACCO secretary Nathan Twinomjuni was arrested by police. The arrest follows the annual general meeting organized by the SACCO leaders in Chiwologoma Kira Municipality. Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson Fred Onyango confirmed the arrest of Twinomjuni.
Trouble has befallen the Secretary of Uganda Liberal Teachers Union SACCO, Nathan Twinomjuni, after he failed to account for SACCO funds. It all started with the annual general meeting at Chiwologoma in Kila Municipality, where members were also discussing how to allocate the 6.6 billion, a presidential pledge, to teachers' SACCOs to support them to improve their livelihoods.
We are not giving you cash. I know that people have been campaigning around, you give teachers cash. We don't want to follow you up, start arresting you that you have defrauded money from the teachers' union SACCO.
Confusion ensued after the registry cooperatives altered the annual general meeting following allegations of misappropriation of funds by SACCO leaders. Members questioned how the 6 billion invested in the SACCO sparked a dispute. The meeting, scheduled for 10 a.m., was delayed until 1 p.m. Later, the secretary was called outside the meeting. He was later arrested by plainclothes security personnel. SACCO President Evans Mutesasila returned amid his cheers from the teachers. Mutesasila condemned the situation, calling it anti-party. He accused some policemen of attempting to claim SACCO funds that were meant for teachers.
We are demanding an unconditional release of our General Secretary to the board of the SACCO, Brother Twinomjuni. He has been arrested for no crime. He's just being harassed because he's a leader of the SACCO, because he's in charge of billions of money. Those who are stealing money from him are using security, are using courts, are using police to hunt him down. They are equally hunting me down. People want to steal the teachers' money, which the president gave us, 6 billion, which is on the account. We have started using that money, and we are not shying away from using that money to meet the expectations of the teachers.
Several meeting representatives from various regions gathered as teachers demanded to know their fate. SACCO President Evans Mutesasila returned amid his cheers from the teachers.
Someone who cannot walk from here to Kasese on we need transport referred.
So somebody should come and tell us what is going on. I repeat, we are not children for people to play around our minds. Exactly. We are mature people, we are professionals.
If he's there, let him come here and tell us what is going on. Now we're saying we go to the right person. Where is he?
Meanwhile, Kampala Metropolitan Police spokesperson Patrick Onyango confirmed the arrest of Twinomjuni.
I'm calling concerning a gentleman from Uganda, the Teachers Union, ULIT2, who was arrested earlier today. Just thought I would
confirm if he has reached here, but he was supposed to be brought here.
The charges?
Misappropriation, I can confirm. What you have been investigating, but let me confirm.
Over 200 commercial farmers from western, eastern and central Uganda have visited Dr. Richard Lubega's Busesa demonstration farm in Chibale district. 40 years old, Dr. Lubega of Busesa village, Matale sub-county, a medical doctor by profession, left his hospital job for President Museveni, called to promote the 4-acre farm system.
We have 6,000 fingerlings. Those are in the 4 ponds.
In 2014, Dr. Richard Lubega, a medical doctor, set up enterprises on 4 acres with piggery, poultry, goat rearing, rabbit keeping, aquaculture, dairy cattle, coffee, horse, avocado, bananas, from where he earns 24 million shillings monthly and net profit of 290 million shillings annually.
So you find that money we manage to, it helps us to raise new projects, enterprises. Like we have Buses Medical Center 3, which is supported by the farm. We have housing projects, which we are doing around the area.
Dr. Lubega is also a beneficiary of Emyoga and Wealth Creation Funds, although he experiences challenges.
One of them is rise in the cost of agricultural inputs. The cost of inputs are getting higher, and we are looking also climatic changes are also affecting us, like a drought, where we find our crops get affected.
The commercial farmers are on a study tour to possess a demonstration farm to get first-hand information and skills of working on a 4-acre model.
But what he has, I saw, he has chicken layers, about 2,000 laying. He has a cow. They are there, there is 4 cows, and he's milking. He told us every day. In the morning he's milking 10 liters per cow. That's 40 liters every day.
As I was facilitating someone, because if I tell someone and I'll not do this, of course that was the issue of mindset. But when I interacted and explained about mindset, they all believed and picked something, and I believe when they go, they are now going to be different people. That is it. And again, the knowledge they have got from here should not stop here. These people should deliver the information to the rest of the poor.
The Uganda Olympic Committee President Donald Rukari has provided a post-mortem of the 2024 year in the sports arena. We have that in the sports segment that you don't have to miss.
For Uganda Olympic Committee, 2024 has been a fruitful year during which several successes, all of which focused on increasing Olympism, were registered. On the sporting end, Uganda Olympic Committee prides in many engagements, highlighted by an impressive Paris 2024 Olympics outing that yielded a gold and silver medal on top of other decent performances by the 25 athletes that took part. Uganda Olympic Committee also used this year to ink itself as an advocate for environmental conservation after plans of setting up one of the largest Olympic forests on the 1,500 acres provided by Uganda Forest Authority. Uganda Olympic Committee President Dr. Donald Rukari regretted the spate of gender-based violence that claimed Olympian Rebecca Cheptegei and elaborated avenues they are using to curb the vice.
Creating awareness. So there were a number of workshops, online campaigns, a video that have been developed by the Athletes Commission to shine light on this issue. We also joined the 16 days of activism from 25th November to I think the 6th or 7th of December, where there were a number of activities. But also, there were a Twitter space where we talk to people globally. They have been reaching out to schools because also what we have realized that they need to get men and boys as ambassadors in this struggle.
Dr. Rukari used the occasion to explain Olympic solidarity funds that benefit athletes and also elucidated how the National Olympic Committee uses International Olympic Committee money.
But it's really about cutting your cloth according to what you have. How much money do we as Uganda Olympic Committee receive from the IOC? We receive $145,000. I repeat, $145,000. 100, I believe, is from Anoka. It comes, but it's from IOC, from the Olympic Solidarity, and the 45. So it becomes 140. This is for running activities, not for projects. Paying rent, salaries, da da da. Now we have 33 members. So it's a simple mathematical issue. We looked at what can we afford within our budget. Because even that money that comes from the IOC, it comes with guidelines. You cannot just spend it. If you tell you must spend this on administration, this on rent, this on this, it gives you guidelines and percentages.
Uganda Olympic Committee appreciates government for infrastructure development, which in the future will benefit athletes and the nation through revenue from visiting delegations. Though next year has many sporting engagements, most of the focus in the early stages of the year will be on the elective assembly that is expected in March 2025.
Katakwi police team emerged the winner of the IGP tournament in East Choga regional final competition after trouncing East Choga police team 3-0.
The IGP tournament at district level in East Choga had 10 police teams participating from all districts in Teso. The finals and semi-finals were played at Soroti Stadium in Soroti City.
Managed to beat the hosters 3 goals nil. The first goal has been scored by Afande Tohe Dickens, our zonal commander. The second goal was scored by Omaringa, scored the second goal. Then the third goal, Nicholas Nyanzi, the assistant captain, is here.
East Choga Regional Police Commander SSP Damalina Chuha, who inspected the teams during the final match.
Congratulations, you that have made it to semi-finals and finals. It has been a long way. Amidst the tight schedules that we have, amidst the so many operations that we have managed to come to this level.
Nachua congratulated Katakwi police team for winning the IGP tournament, noting that the team will represent East Choga region at the zonal level. The DPC Soroti City West ASP Muhammad Rashid Biansi applauded the IGP and the RPC East Choga for organizing the tournament.
Really warming and warming and warming.
That is all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching from wherever you are. My name is Michael Jordan Lukomwa. With Elizabeth Nakakoni and the whole team, wish you the best of the year 2025.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.